everybody? I am Deontay Burden, a.k.a. Mr. Short Dollar himself, and also the host of Changing Lives. We got an awesome show planned tonight. Tonight, if you guys didn't know, I have two YouTube channels. Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burden, where we talk about motivation, personal development, parenting, and family, and things like that. And also my finance channel, Mr. Short Dollar, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. And I combine both shows tonight because I'm talking about a subject kind of like cross-referencing, both of them, which is why do we need a living wage? And a lot of people have been talking about this subject a lot recently, and because you got a lot of states going to moving up to a living wage. And I want to have an open discussion with everybody in regards to why do we need a living wage. So I'm open to hearing you guys' opinions, points of views of why we need a living wage, or the question that you may have in regards to living wage or minimum wage. And I also give you my point of view regarding a living wage. But before we get started, I want to say what's up to my awesome producer, DJ Lab.
What's going on, brother?
Hey, man.
It's Thursday again.
Absolutely, brother.
We done made it to another one.
Yeah, there you go. Time to shake them trees loose.
That's right. That's right.
Also, what's up to my other producer, Slick316. We had a pretty cool week. You know, I always rehash the previous week. We still in the pandemic.
Right.
I know a lot of states are coming in saying they may close, bring up some of the other restrictions and stuff like that. We're going to hope they don't really get too bad. Don't worry, Georgia doesn't give a damn.
We always open.
Oh, shit. I don't give a damn.
Georgia's not putting no restrictions.
We ain't shutting a damn thing down in Georgia. For real. So, but I see
we good.
Yeah. Going there with your Aquaman.
No rushing on the milk and bread today.
Hey, Georgia got a damn dying on the dance floor. Well, they shut it around here, you know.
Right.
Life going pretty good. It was big shout out to my son Christopher. We just celebrated his what that last week? No, that was this week. Nah, damn, I'm about to say Chris' birthday again. Oh. Man, I'm a week behind.
That's all right.
Sorry, Chris.
That's all right.
Shouldn't been getting on my nerves earlier.
That's all right.
What else we got going on, man? Been prepping for PJ Lee, go to college.
Okay.
All the boys doing good. Shout out to my son Torian.
Okay.
He's a defensive back coach at Luella High School.
Oh.
They got a scrimmage tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah. And he called me, let me know they got a scrimmage tomorrow. I was going to they got a scrimmage game next Friday, August 6th, I think.
Okay.
I was going to go to that, but he said they got another one tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm able to work that. Community boys are going out. The first annual Burden Fishing Day.
Hey, you know how to fish?
Do I know how to fish?
Yeah.
No, but I think I got the concept of putting the damn worm and throwing it. Shit.
That's all it matters, right?
But yeah, that's our
you
first
got the
annual.
concept of it.
Yeah. I ain't by myself, so we're going to do something.
The first annual.
Okay, first annual Burden
Fishing Day.
Fishing Day. So we all excited about that, man. So big shout out to me and all my sons. T. Well, I know T going. I know PJ, Chris, and Will going.
Okay.
But we're going to have a good time tomorrow with that. Now, next is, I want to bring up, tell everybody we're right at 16,000 subscribers for Mr. Short Dollar.
Right.
Guys, if you know anybody, family, friends, please share the YouTube channel.
That's right.
Tell them to subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell for notifications anytime we upload a video. Also, right here on Changing Lives, I think we're at 3,100 subscribers.
3,140.
3,140. We need to catch up with Mr. Short Dollar. A lot of great information. Guys, Changing Lives is my first YouTube channel. I think right at maybe 300 videos on Changing Lives. A lot of great information with that. And like I said, this show in particular is dealing with changing lives. But since it's such a close subject from a finance and financial standpoint, I want to discuss it on both platforms. So again, tonight we're discussing why do we need a living wage? Again, why do we need a living wage? Okay. This is what I want to talk about. Like, I started thinking about when you're looking back, needing a living wage. I've seen so many, man, I've been the past couple weeks, I ain't been picking good sticks, man.
You've been getting bogus sticks.
Yeah. BS, no, it ain't what I need.
Oh, okay.
But,
well, the one last week was smoking now.
It was straight.
It was good last week. I'm not going to, last week's stick was good.
It was straight, lad. Let me change that.
Okay.
But, this is BS I got now. But, we were talking about that. I was just thinking about, I've seen so much media coverage in regards to the states of saying that they're starting to bring out, living wages. A lot of people protest. I see a lot. It was one sister. She was like super hyped. I think she was in Minnesota or something like that. They'll bring the living wage up there. And I wanted to have a conversation with people because I come from a unique perspective being an employer.
Right, okay.
And I'm all about paying people fair.
Right.
Now, I don't know about all this damn living wage because we go into a living wage. That's a great number because I actually Google living wage and it has a chart for all the states.
Okay.
And I think in the state of Georgia, you have a living wage, I think a living wage for single, no kids, $16. And then it goes like 30-something bucks with one kid. Okay. I'm like, no hell. I can't. No hell.
Well, do you think when they say living wage, though, it's kind of more of, do you think it's more of, not necessarily where the chart that you're talking about, but more than $7?
Well, I definitely think it's more than $7, but the thing of it is that it's real funky in regards to we start looking at the cost of living because the cost of living in New York and California is totally different than the cost of living in the state of Georgia.
That's true.
So I do think there should be some kind of balancing act, to adjust for the cost of living. But what I do think is that so much media coverage is given in the negative light in regards to employers. They're making so many billions of dollars. They're doing this, that, and that. How the hell you can't pay? And I don't think people truly understand a reason why certain things haven't been done. And I want to have that discussion tonight because we're going to discuss both sides, the actual employee and the employer side in regards to why that's done.
I'm going to be your devil's advocate. I'm going to be the employee today.
Okay, cool. Too easy.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, man, back when my very first job, I worked at the Rallies, this Checkers now on Bankhead Highway.
Okay.
And I got 425 the hard way.
Okay.
The hard way because back in them days, that's back when you had the welfare, you had a welfare office.
Okay.
Right on Bankhead Highway, right at that fork of Bankhead and Hollywood Road.
Okay.
It was a welfare office.
Okay.
So the 1st through the 10th, because this is back when you had the monopoly money.
Okay.
Food stamps.
Okay, yeah.
So, people was on some, from the 1st through the books, And so from the 1st through the 10th, man, Bankhead Highway was off the hook.
Right.
They going there and buying 20 checker burgers, rally burgers. And by the 10th, they done went through all their damn money.
Right.
Everybody broke.
Okay.
I went through that about 2 or 3 years. I learned Negro psychology to a T. And just shit. By the 10th, they get that welfare check.
Right.
By the 10th, boy, they back at, hey, trying to reel. Trying to reel. So, fellas, if you couldn't find your girl on the 1st, she had a check. By the 15th, by that 12th, she was calling you back.
See how you doing.
Yeah, how you doing? Poor thing.
Right.
So, with that said, I was just thinking about, because, I was so young. I was happy to get that amount of money. So I really didn't have anything hanging over my head. I didn't have any liabilities to warrant that. And, life was good.
Right.
Even when I had older people that were working, people are, saying, I won't use complaining, but they were stating that they needed more money, doing that. So, you just, me being naive, go get more money, not knowing. Went into the military, and, military, I damn this well working for free then, but we'd having the bills.
Okay.
So I really wasn't indoctrinated too much with anything. Did my little military career. Got out. My first job getting out of the military, I was working at John Wheeler Homes over there on Old National in the lumber warehouse.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Late 90s, Wheeler number one, number 2 premier builder in Metro Atlanta. This is the Clinton years, near the end of the Clinton years. Everything get ready,
Everything booming.
Yeah, man. Them days, man. I mean, you could be working like on Foot Industrial, man. Good a job that morning, get fired at lunch, and walk 2 blocks down, get another job. It was
good, right?
Oh man, everybody was .comming.
Right.
Everybody was, you could be making $15,000. You got a $300,000 house.
Right.
It was. Proud to be an American. When that son?
That was so. That was so.
But I was making that first job I got at the Army, I was making like $9.50 an hour. And I got out of the Army with all this damn ambition.
Right.
You know, I was like, yeah, I was, you know, had my sergeant stripes, but I was young. I was 22, 23, when I got an active duty for when I reserved. And I remember going to interview, and I was like, man, I need around about 15 hours. That's what I'm thinking, because a lot of the brothers that was getting out with me, they were getting contract with Brown and Root, Kellogg, and all them guys. I might be missing. I'm saying all them companies that made all the billions of dollars in Iraq.
Right.
But a lot of them guys were getting there, so they were like, damn, I'm making this kind of money now. I'm like, shit, that's what I should be getting out there in the civilian sector myself. But they was just like, I remember one brother told me, I think I shared that story, where he's like, you come in here and work.
Right.
And if I like you, I keep you.
Yeah, I remember that.
If you like me, you keep me.
Don't like me.
Man.
Please don't.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just so funny, because just going through that whole devaluation, I think of my skill set was funny, and I was really pressing, man, trying to get, like, I couldn't get nobody to give me more than $9 damn. I got like $9.50.
Right.
But I couldn't get anything. Like I said, man, you can get hired.
Right.
But I don't know, the wages would be competitive. And so at that time, still young kid, you know, they have a lot of liabilities and everything like that, you know, before I got married. So even when, you know, it just really wasn't hitting me a lot.
Right.
And fast forward a couple years later, got the wife, got the kids and stuff like that. Like, shit, this ain't adding up, this ain't enough.
Right.
To do that. So I say all that to say I understand the difficulties that may come along with trying to take care of certain responsibilities, being a family, being a home, being a car, and some companies where they're paying you. Because we don't make a lot of money. But on the flip side, look back at it then, you had a lot of opportunities there too.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, tuition reimbursement, you know, certain other things you could just take advantage of, people just didn't. And I even looked at myself, okay, shoot, went to college. Went to college at night, went through, got my bachelor's and stuff like that. You know, took some internships, got in the accounting industry, worked at Norfolk Southern for a little bit, went through that little fiasco.
You and me both.
Yeah, man. Then I got into the insurance firm I was working with. I was there 15 years, man, and that was it was cool. But you know, I say all that to say, I want to have a discussion, because I hear a lot of people have a lot of problems with the minimum wage, which I totally understand. The issue comes up is, at the end of the day, I feel like personally, you're gonna always be asking for an increase. And reason why I'm going to get into my points about that, but I do feel like everybody should get what a quote unquote a fair wage. But I do feel like a lot of times when you go into a situation, you go into a situation with the same speech. I'm a hard worker, dedicated, kind of work on time, da 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 da. But then we start saying we should get more money.
Right.
And I do feel like, honestly, you know, I talk about it all the time. If you are worthy of more money, you will command more money.
Okay.
You know, and I just think a lot of times people have what they feel they should make instead of what the hell they know they should make.
Oh, well, we all feel we should make $1,000 an hour.
Yeah, but see, what we know is what the market will pay us.
Right. What the market will bear. Right.
No, hell no. What the market will pay you.
Okay.
Hey, we was in a damn a pandemic last year.
Right.
Oh yes, some athletes still making $20 million.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
Everybody go through a recession.
Right.
No, I'm just saying, you know, it was some people that it wasn't about it was what people feel like you deserve, they will pay you.
Okay.
Typically, you make more money on the side if you're in a position to make someone more money. If you make somebody more money, they typically will pay you more money.
Okay.
But if you're, we always talk about, if you're a fixer or a creator, you get compensated accordingly. If you're a doer, you get compensated accordingly.
Okay.
And I want to have that conversation tonight, because sometimes we have these conversations, people like, well, it ain't fair, shit, we all know life ain't fair.
Do you think it's more, I think people get the small business owner mixed up with the big conglomerate corporations. You know, they see them all kind of as the same, and a lot of times the smaller business owner can't really afford to pay you what the $200 billion a year company can pay. You get what I'm saying? So I think they all get jumbled into the same aspect. Now I'm not saying your business is small, but like you own a business, but there's no way you could pay $30 an hour because you're a small business owner.
I don't think the big ass corporation can either. They can pay it, but we're gonna have some growing pains,
right.
And that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. In regards to what happens when you double up the minimum wage and the ramifications that come from it, and that's what I don't think a lot of times people think about.
Okay.
If we start going from this minimum wage to a living wage by doubling everything, because everybody campaigning, $15,
right.
$15. Everywhere, all over the country, you see the billboards, you see the signs. Everybody's picketing that they need a wage. They're walking out of the. I seen, I think in St. Louis, folks walked out the little Crab King because they want more money, and they feel like they should get more money. And you know what? They probably should, but they don't understand the other side of it is the cost. He might can't afford to pay you more money. What we always say, don't ever get traffic confused with profits.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, them people do. They think because you know how it is.
Right.
You got it. Hey, we got the radio station going.
Right.
Hey, laughing, chilling. Everybody counting your pockets.
right.
Before we doing taxes for me.
Yeah.
Well, you charging this? You count? Let me count my damn money.
Right. I think like I'm like a story like me when I got out of college. I'm out of college. I'm fresh out of college, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, I know. I got these 2 degrees in my hand. I'm about to rack up on money.
Typical college graduate. College graduate.
I'm proud of them. I'm sticking my chest out every interview like, yeah, I got this. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But the first job I had when I first moved down here, actually, I worked at Morrison's cafeteria, and I was making $8 an hour.
Okay.
And then back then, I was saying to myself, man, if I could just make $9, it'll make everything better. But I'm giving you a story as to if I make $9, it'd make everything better. So then I got a better job making $13.
Okay.
Now mind you, a year or two earlier I was saying $9, so I'm making $13. Now I'm saying, man, if I could make $15, it'll make everything better. So as I progressed up the pay scale, I'm always saying, if I could just make you know what I'm saying? I'm at 80,000. I could just make 90,000 a year.
Yeah.
It'll make everything better.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, and that goes to your point of it's never, you always gonna be more because everything goes up.
Yeah.
So
your lifestyle, your family, all that kind of stuff.
When you make more money, you accumulate more stuff.
Yeah. No, it happens all the time. Hey, again, tonight we're combining both of my YouTube channels, Change Your Life, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton, and also Mr. Short Dollar. Tonight we're discussing why do we need a living wage. We're streaming live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, both YouTube channels, and Facebook. So, guys, if you have any questions, anything you want to add to the conversation, feel free to join into the conversation. And if there's anything outside of what we're talking about tonight, hold your questions up. I'll leave the floor open at the end of the show to answer any one of your questions. But if you have any questions or concerns or comments discussing the minimum wage or living wage, feel free to join in the discussion, okay? Last time I kind of do them home. We know the minimum wage for the state of Georgia is $7.25 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
$7.25 an hour. What the hell that is? Well, you know what? I think PJ had a job last summer. That's my second son. He was in the military. I think they're paying around $7.25, $7.50. And he was doing that. He went in, he wasn't too happy, but it was cool for him. 18 years old,
no kid,
just
no responsibility.
Yeah.
Stand with you.
Work, man. He did that for like a month or two before he went in the Army.
Okay.
And we were sitting there just rapping about that recently. Just like, man. Now you have to make his money. Like, man, I can't believe I was doing that. That's how it is.
Right.
But that's his minimum wage, and I think it's kind of like a little up and down, some adjustments here and there around the country, and what other states have set for their minimum wage. And we start looking at the definition. We look at what's fair. What's considered a lot of people talking about a living wage. And a living wage is defined as the minimum income necessary for a worker to meet their basic needs. Their basic needs be their basic living needs, man. Housing, clothing, food, being able to take care of your family, things like that. And a lot of people have really been pushing for a living wage. I think, me personally, the issue that comes up with it is I think people, is it kind of like when we had the show about, or I do the videos about on Mr. Short Dollar, about how to pick a pricing number. Mm-hmm. People just throw out an arbitrary damn number, and I don't think people have really, they're looking at it as more money,
right?
But they're not looking at the other side of it.
Okay.
Now, that's what I want to discuss tonight, and we was talking about that. Now, again, I'm not tripping. I'm not saying no one doesn't need to be compensated more. I'm not saying people don't necessarily need a quote-unquote living wage.
Right.
But I'm also saying that there are going to be ramifications of going to a living wage.
Okay.
Okay? So we sit there and say, what's the benefit of going to a living wage? You know, I guess the thing you're looking at is that people, you know, will be, you know, in a position to do better with their family. You know, they might be struggling here and there. Typically, we do know when you make more, you tend to spend more.
Right.
But we're going to think positive.
Okay.
You know, you'll be able to accomplish certain things, not have the stress on your mind about doing it. You would have the feeling that you're being compensated, you know, fairly for the actual intensity of work that you're putting out.
Okay.
A lot of pros with that.
Okay.
Even though I say, psychologically, it goes back to what Lab said. Once you get to 15, you're going to want to 16, 17, 18.
Right. Because I know I did. I'm doing it right now.
Who the hell is going to walk in their boss office and say, boss, you ain't got to give me no raise.
I'm not.
You're too good to me, boss. No.
Let me give you some of this money back.
No, sir. Raise? I'm happy here.
Right.
How many of y'all work with that fool here in your break room? I love my job.
Right.
Hey, we might be in a break room playing checkers or playing cards or something. Yeah. The owner walk in, hey, Jeff. Your wife, how your wife doing?
I knew a couple of them.
Like oh, shit, here go Steven. How your wife doing?
Right.
Oh, man, that's good, man. Yeah, that's great.
Right.
That's great, man. No, man, that's cool. I love it here, man. I can't tell you enough. Y'all been in that little company meeting, the damn director tell his dumbass jokes,
right,
and everybody laughing. You trying to figure out what the hell
so funny?
They had a punchline.
Right, I get it.
Been there.
Yeah.
Been there. They ran my ass out of corporate America, all that bullshit. I'm telling you. I couldn't take it. And, you know, just sometimes some people, it don't matter what, they cool. But I understand the whole plight of not having enough, feeling that way, you know. And what I do think a lot of times people look at their situation, where they are in life, where they are with their job, and never, ever, ever spend time to understand the total dynamic of their company. What I mean by that, they don't understand the total dynamic of their company. They may theoretically know what the company does. The company builds widgets. The company sells this, right? They know that. But they don't know the whole process, especially from a cost perspective.
Right. What it costs.
What it costs to run this place and everything. Right. You know, typically, you know, and I'm just speaking this, I remember just being younger working at fast food. And I never understood the concept where we were slow and the manager would send one or two people home, you know, and you just figure we slow, we ain't making no money. But not understanding that they done taught him how to kind of forecast, calculate the exact revenue per hour that that the little burger place
makes
supposed to make.
Right.
And if not, production ain't going where it need to be. Let's get some people off the clock.
Right.
Never understood that. Bug my head then or whatever. And I do think most companies, the people that are working in them, they never get that. We talked about last week, Lab. When we started talking about straight income, what's that last week? I was talking about my yard work, and I said, I don't get out there in the yard cutting the grass.
No, that wasn't last week, but we've talked about.
Yeah, and I was just okay. When I was talking about, I don't do my cut my grass. I got but like I said, I walked up down Bankhead Highway cutting grass when I was growing up.
Right.
But I charge $210 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and my thing, I truly believe I'm a $200 an hour person.
Right.
Those guys come out there in my yard and are in and out in 30 minutes, and they charge me $60 to cut my yard.
Right.
Cut it, blow it, trim it, ID, and they gone.
And they gone.
In 30 minutes. I know, I know my ass.
Right.
4 hours.
Easily.
And I'm going to feel it for at least 2 or 3 days.
Easily. I've done it. I got the guy cut my grass. I'm like, that little $6 ain't gonna hurt to add 2 weeks, but me, 6 hours.
I'm tripping with the folk.
Right.
Cause number one, I ain't got the tool.
I ain't got no, yeah.
Yeah, but the average person, nah, why would I pay somebody to cut my grass? Because you don't understand that. Couple things we're gonna just put into the math is what we start talking about these wages. At the end of the day, if I go get me a decent lawnmower, blower, and cutter, hell, it might take me 6 months to a year to just match the savings, the cost of paying somebody.
Right.
So just because you don't got that equipment.
Right.
And then you turn around and look at the time. When I know time is what the other currency besides money that we always need.
Right.
I can't get the time back.
Exactly.
And I really don't feel like I need to be damn doing that. I need to be giving more information.
Right.
Don't feel like I'm better than nobody. Don't feel like I'm above nobody. I just feel like my time can be garnered into better stuff.
Right.
And when you truly know, and this go back, we start talking about be asking for a pay increase, asking for the quote unquote living wage. When you know you can command a certain amount of money, shit, you know, you ain't gonna do that.
Right.
You ain't gonna do that, right? Say it all the time. When you go in there, try to ask your supervisor for a raise. We got a speech all the time. You know, well, I did this. I'm a good worker. I come in on time. You know, yeah, man, I've been here 2 years. Yeah, man, I know this, that, and that, man. Everybody know, man. Go ask such, man. Right. I be taking the charge and all that stuff. And you got this fool got his leg crossed. He listening to you. He just, you know, everything about it. And just say, well, look, Deontay, if I do that, you know, that's gonna take away from what I'm trying to do. Or you know, if you doing that, you know, I hear you, but I can't see it. Right. And you pleading with this damn man for this money. Understand one important thing: they know every damn thing you done did, and they don't give a damn. And you sitting there pleading your case that hey, this person, I've done this and I need this kind of raise. They don't give a shit about that. Not at all. Because if they truly valued everything you did, you would not have to come to them.
Right.
You would not have to come to them.
Right.
That just kind of shows that when it's recognized, but you want to know why you have to come to them? Because I've been on that side of the fence. When I know somebody that busting their tail for me, shit, before they come to me for some money, I'm going to come to them because I know you're making me money, right, and I do not want you to leave me.
I need the money you're making me.
Exactly. So before you come to me,
right,
man, look here, bro, you doing a good job, man, look.
Right.
You ain't saying nothing about it. You ain't saying nothing about it, but right, bro, I got to give you this right here.
Right.
Oh, you ain't got, man, look, bro, I appreciate everything you're doing.
Right.
Take it.
Right.
You deserve it. Don't tell nobody about it, but this is what
because
you deserve.
That little bit you gave him, not a little bit, we ain't going to say that because we don't want to chump it off, will be reaped within that year with him work. And then if he happy you gave, you're like, oh, he gave me a raise. People don't realize the equity in just giving somebody something without them realizing it, and then how happy they are. They work harder, and they work harder for you. It's like, oh man, he gave me a raise. I definitely got to double that money now, or I definitely got to work a little bit harder.
We call it McDonald's psychology.
Right.
Sometimes you brother making, he's making that $7.25 cooking fries. I get him a tie and a dress shirt, give him $8.50 with 3 times the responsibilities, and he's cool.
Right.
Because he get all the chicks.
Right.
The manager get all the chicks. Somehow they ugly joker to turn handsome and cute because
right,
he the manager. He got a tie on, and he just going there like whatever.
Right.
He doing way more work for a little less money, for a little bit more money, but he the manager.
He the manager.
Happen all the time.
He got a title.
Huh?
He got a title.
He got a title. I'm a manager. I'm the manager at McDonald's.
Right.
I'm not knocking anybody, but what I'm saying, these are the tactics that happen.
Right.
I mean, same thing. You working in the warehouse.
Right.
They make you the supervisor.
Warehouse supervisor.
You the supervisor, but shit, you making about $1 or $2 more than everybody else.
Right.
If that, but you got way more responsibilities. You in psychology sometimes, certain things move certain people. A lot of times people just want titles.
Right.
And you forget, but now we get at a point where we start talking about wages where we like, look, I got to get this money. I got to get paid. And what I was talking about a little earlier, that so many times people work at a company so long, they don't know the intricacies of how the business totally works. So they understand that I'm asking for more money, and I want more money. And if I get more money, what's going to be the ramification of it? Because you figure, like Lab just said, these folks making this money, they getting all these big companies,
right?
They can afford it. But those big companies have the same issues that a smaller company like me will have. And the reason being, what's the number one expense with any business, right? Business 101, payroll. Payroll.
That's why they're always trying to reduce it.
Exactly. So even if you say we were going to increase payroll to make it quote unquote fair, I still want to maintain a certain profit margin.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, even if they're making profits, a profit now could be a loss the next quarter, a major loss the next year. You never know. So you always want to be, have some kind of money in arrears where you have it set up that, just in case things go up. Because in the business world, things go up, things go down, or whatever, it's cyclical. So you never know how things are going to sustain. So we're looking at it from the employee and employee side. So if the pay goes up, we go to a living wage, there has to be adjustments. This is where the problem going to come in. Because I think the vast majority of the world is not ready for the adjustments.
And the adjustments are going to be many. That's here to win.
They're going to be many?
Many.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to go through a couple things in regard to that. So what I'm just going to kind of look in terms of, number one, when you just do like a living wage increase, the first thing it hits, though, is just the economy. So we just looking at the economy as a whole. Yeah, you might have more people out there to spend money, kind of like what they do with the stimulus checks theoretically. But again, there has to be some kind of correction or adjustment. That's a finance term, correction. There has to be a correction or an adjustment on the business side to compensate for this uptick in payroll.
Okay. And
use as what? Increase in prices, purchase of certain capital investments, certain things that have them adjust to it. Some kind of dynamic changes to adjust. Because the company is just not going to pay you more damn money.
Right.
And that's just it.
It's
not.
Right.
It's not. So if you go from $7.25 an hour working in Wendy's, and a burger normally costs $8.
Right.
Be prepared for a $14, $15 hamburger.
Right.
It has to correct itself.
Yeah.
It has to correct.
Market correction is definitely something that's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Right.
You have to have that. And what happens with the market correction, inflation, everything adjusts everything up, everything settles, and that $15 an hour has the same strength of the $7.25 that it was previously. Because everything else done fix itself.
Rise to the top.
Everything else. I know I might be losing some people with this, but I'm just being straight up. It don't really work.
It's more of the company gonna pass them that payroll cost on to somebody else.
Yeah.
And we to somebody else.
Yeah. And I just think most people don't necessarily look at it like that, And when you start having those things come up, you have to, at some point, fix it. Because people so stuck on, like I said, they don't understand what caused this, what caused that, and they're just, because they never spend the time. And it's cool, if you like going to your job, and you like fixing widgets and doing that kind of stuff, nothing wrong with it. You love getting up, going in the morning, great. Nothing wrong with it. But like I said, far too often people don't understand the big picture of where they fit into the system and how that makes certain things run a click. They just know what they do. They know how to do it well. What we say with the difference between the worker and the CEO. The worker know a lot of stuff about one thing.
Right.
The CEO know a little bit about a whole lot of stuff. So their thought process is a lot different. So they don't necessarily know as much as about those tires or that switchboard that you do, but they know enough about that where it fits into the grand scheme or that puzzle of the company. And I just think people just don't spend enough time being employees understanding that. So we start going back into what we're talking about, those market corrections. Before we get into that, again, this tonight's show we're talking about why do we need a living wage. I'm streaming on both my YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar, and Change the Life, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Bird, because I do think it's like a dual subject that both shows should be covering. Streaming live right now on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So again, if you got any comments, anybody got any comments or nothing? Wow, I guess everybody get payola, I see.
A lot of times when you see you adjusting the market for them, so once you adjust the market, they don't want to talk about that part. All they want you to say is, we need living wage, pay us more. That's all they want to hear. They don't want to hear the other side of that. That's what generally happens.
People think it's very, very, very dangerous, and I'm not knocking this, when you put your destiny in other people's hands.
Right.
It's very dangerous when you're banking on them giving you more money, and that's going to make everything better. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause that's the theory, hey, with that. But if you do that, okay, now everything's fair. You think they're just going to stop there?
Think about the gas. Remember when the gas was like $4 a gallon? How that market correction started correcting itself, and then the light bill went up because now they got to charge you for fuel costs. And then the gas bill went up. They have fuel charges on there, surcharge for fuel for coming out, doing that. All of those is on your bills now because gas is $4 a gallon. The company saying to themselves, I'm not going to pay $4 a gallon for all these trucks. Somebody going to pay for these trucks, and they pass them costs on to us.
That's an awesome example, even with food costs.
Right.
Coming from the grocery store, everybody, all these transportation costs, everything went up. That's a good point, man. And I just think we start talking about this living wage. I don't think people have done enough homework to understand. They're looking at, like most people do. When they want something, they only look at the pros and never look at the cons of that. And just like, nah, I don't care. I just want more money. Same thing with this advanced child tax credit.
Right.
I did a video and I explained to people, this is just a front for your child tax credit next year.
Right.
I don't give a damn. I just want my money.
That's what they I listen to NPR. NPR said, yeah, exactly. That's just a credit for next year. So what's gonna happen is you're gonna have to pay it back next year.
Pay it back next year, or possibly be owing if you don't have that credit to apply to.
And they were saying something about the $300 that they gonna give per child or something like that. That is also gonna be applied to your taxes because that's gonna be considered income. So now your income gonna go up and your taxes is gonna go up. It's always something. They ain't giving you nothing for free.
If you got any questions about that, guys, I did a video. You can opt out of your advanced child tax payments. Check that out on Miss Short Dollar on YouTube. Give you a little information about that whole advanced child tax credit, how you can opt out if you choose to do so. So the information there, just in case if anybody's interested in finding it.
Will B say, hey.
What's up, Will B? That's my youngest son. Will B, you ready to go fishing tomorrow? Will was super excited about going fishing. Me and him went to the lake. We went to the lake yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Just to examine the spots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay. Y'all gonna be on the boat?
Nah, we ain't gonna be on the boat. We ain't gonna be on the boat.
The dock of the bank?
Yeah. We sit right there on the little bank.
Okay.
This is our first one, so we got to start off right.
Okay.
Again, tonight we're talking about why do we need a living wage. Part of those market corrections, this is the thing I think a lot of times people just don't understand. When you force somebody's hand, just like when somebody force your hand, they get in a defensive posture and they make movements. So what are some of the movements you're looking at? What you say to Deontay? There's going to be a lot of technological advances.
Who?
A lot of technological advances.
Yes.
And I don't think people really understand. The whole advent of AI, artificial intelligence, there are a lot of jobs that are going to be totally obsolete. Hey, you heard what is that? Wazoo?
Wow.
The company that's based out of California, they drive all in San Francisco. They got all these little, they look like police cars with sirens on them.
Okay.
But they're driverless cars.
Okay.
And I'm telling you right now, we're looking at probably 10 years at most. There ain't gonna be no truck drivers. There ain't gonna be no tab. I mean, these things they out there now.
Yeah.
Driving nationwide, testing, and the whole cost of transportation, paying truck drivers this amount of money, paying folks to kind of do this stuff with broker loads. You just gotta plug in your robot and let your robot do it.
And he ain't gotta rest. He don't have to sleep. He don't have to put on the side of the road.
Ain't gonna never get pregnant.
Nothing.
No medical
no
insurance.
Sickness, no nothing. But they already got that. I saw a video where they had this arm in McDonald's flipping burgers.
Well, that's one of my ones I was just talking about. The whole robotics and fast food. You sitting there looking at, I'm just saying, people, get ready. You forcing their hand. If I'm going to give you $15 an hour, I got to find some way to fix it. So I got to get a robotic arm that's going to make this burger, that's going to make, take some oil. All this stuff is there. Watson is real.
Right.
And you try to explain that to people.
Just because you don't see it don't mean it's not happening.
Yeah. Oh, that shit in the movies is real, man.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Think about when we talk about video chatting way back in the early 80s. They were video chatting on their phones and sci-fi movies. What we doing now?
Everything they did in the Jetsons.
Right, in Jetsons.
Every damn thing. If you can think it is possible. And when you try to sit here and, again, asking for that wage increase, understand the other side of it. So then when you go in these damn warehouse, you got a robot that's going up and down the aisles, pulling orders and doing this all the kind of stuff. Everything is, all kind of technological advances are making people obsolete.
Right.
Because they're looking at, not just with the increase of pay, what comes up with the increase of pay? Increase of workers' comp insurance, increase of certain medical insurance premiums, all this kind of stuff increases with that, right?
Right.
And even on top of that, now you still got your regular fixed costs being your rent, your utilities, things like that. And companies got to find a way to survive.
Right.
Is it fair that Amazon ain't paying people a certain amount, or Walmart ain't paying a certain amount? What's fair? What's fair?
I think they say if he can go to space, he can pay me $15.
Nope, because he paying NASA. No, he got to pay NASA. What do he call it? The blue what? What do he call it? Damn. He had a Blue Origin. Ain't that some shit? Boy, I ain't never seen a man divorce and give out that kind of money still look like he on cloud 9. He had his cowboy hat on. Was somebody got any comments or anything?
Matt Austin said there's no morals in business. It's kind of just Matt Austin said there's no morals in business. It's only meant to just to make money, period. And then Stanley Gordon.
Okay.
Stanley Gordon said, yeah, if you go to BJ's, you see the automatic flow scrubbers and stuff now.
Yeah. Stanley, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
And Stanley business on it too.
Okay.
And so he you understand. Let me go back to Matt first. Matt, appreciate you guys tuning in. Matt is the Army buddy of mine. Is it morals in business? I mean, nice guy finna last.
Right.
You sit there trying to, be nice and give people advance pays, try to remember they got a family, do all this kind of stuff. Your ass be in a po house. I think you need to be fair.
Right.
But, we start going into morality and all that kind of stuff. You can't, you sitting there trying to be quote unquote right. Shit, they being quote unquote wrong. You sit here and do all this kind of stuff, you got that person wrong. At any given time, they can leave and go somewhere else. You have to protect yourself as a business owner first.
Right.
Like I say, be fair, but keep it that damn fair.
Right.
Because again, if you don't, people are gonna do what they want to do.
Right.
It's very, very hard. I think a lot of times for people to understand when you putting all your money and all your stuff up, and you have all the risk. This person actually, they committing, they working, but they can leave and go somewhere else. When you own it, your loss can be you can lose everything. The person that working there can just lose a job and go somewhere else.
Right.
You lose it, you may not be able to recover for a long time.
Okay.
So you trying to be such, moral, nah, look, man, I know they got a family, this, that, and that. You know he got a family. You know he got a special needs child. You know the man just bought a house. But you also know his ass stole from you. You know his ass coming in late. You know he pulling in wrong orders.
Right.
He got to damn go. He got to go. It's just how that is.
Right.
It's just how that is. It's hard, but it's fair.
It messes up the bottom line.
Hey, that was my tune, so I say me all the time. Burden is hard, but it's fair.
That bottom line means something.
He said, boy, your ass before mine.
Ah, right.
Shit, son. Your ass before mine,
Yours
buddy.
before mine.
Hey.
I like that one.
Hey, this started all. But I think that, businesses do get a bum rap with doing that, in regards to people saying Is it a situation where you got people that do people low down and wrong? Absolutely. But is it a situation where you got a lot of people that work in their business to do things wrong? Absolutely. I say again, the best thing you do is just be fair. But again, what you have on a personal side and what a company that sit there be looking at it, you know, kind of give or take. Kind of like when I left corporate America and I did the video, I didn't get no 2-week notice. I gave their ass a 30-minute notice because Georgia was considered a right to work state. They can lay you off at any time. But that also applies to the employee. You can leave at any time. So you turn around and tell your job you're going to give them a 2-week notice and you're going to leave the company. Shit, they might do something to you in about 2 or 3 days, send you to the gauntlet, work the hell out you, and you come in and fire you. No hell, I ain't telling you nothing.
Work you to death for them 3 days.
I ain't telling you nothing. I leave when I leave. Now that's your buddy. You feel they been good to you. Okay.
Give them a day.
But
notice.
Shit, man, I don't know about that, man. I'm just saying, how you do that accordingly. But feel the obligation to get somebody a 2-week notice? Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Hell no. How many people you done seen get called? Hey, come on down to the office. And bring your card with you. Your card read.
Your card read.
They don't even let your ass go back to your desk. They'll mail your stuff to you.
That's it.
They'll mail your stuff.
That's it.
Right? No notice, no caring or whatever. So why the hell you gotta let them know? Huh?
That's true.
I just want somebody to explain that to me.
Because it's just.
Thank you, Lab.
It's just what people do.
Lab, you see the look on Lab's face. Look, I can put a hard math problem in front of them.
I don't know.
It's no way in the hell. If you sit down and see too many people, come on down to the office and bring your keys with you. You don't need to go back to your desk. You got a big old Debo security guard standing like this. They ain't letting you go back in there. Your ass got to get the hell out of there. But you got to let them know when you leaving. Shit. Hell no. But you know, even with Stanley's point, just with doing that, when you see, it's just like you're on your boat. And you see this shit is sinking, you might want to get off. Oh, they got their new computer system in. They got the robots pulling orders now. He can't pull it strong. You're not understanding. Like, listen, winter is coming.
They say, oh, they got the robots pulling. I don't have to pull them no more.
Oh, come on now. Fool.
Then 2 weeks later, oh, the robot the manager now? The whole come to the office back here and bring your badge.
People don't even be thinking about it. It ain't right. It ain't fair. Again, tonight's show we're talking about, do we need a living wage? And when I started talking about the market corrections or the adjustments and stuff, you know, I gave out some of the things that that could happen in regards to some of the technological advances. But you know, some of the other adjustments, because again, we're talking about how it affects the economy. Look in terms of how operational costs increase. So you say they're making so much $1 billion in profit, if they get a little bit smaller, it shouldn't hurt nothing to you. Because again, just because a company made a profit this year, theoretically, the profit does not go in their pocket. The profit stays in the company. So if the following year they have a loss, they can cover the loss of the profit from the previous year. That's the same theory, guys, when you have a company that does profit sharing, like a Delta Airlines. When they would give a profit share, they actually had a profit, and they would be able to hold that profit and be able to spread out to employees. If they had a loss, they couldn't do it. But you can't be there and giving profit sharing off losses. So you have to be able to cover certain things just in case things happen. When you sit there and that profit that you were holding is swallowed up by a loss that the company's incurring, that's when you got damn problems. So you got to be some kind of adjustment so they can be able to sustain certain profits. Just because they making money is not that's something to be like, okay, it's fine. They have a certain cost from an operational standpoint you just wouldn't understand if you ain't on that side of the fence. It's just like a lot of times people say, well, look, we want to get in investing, we want to do all this kind of stuff. That ain't your damn world. Outside looking in, they making money, but you're not looking at the risk, the kind of analytical work, the assessments, all that stuff that comes with it, and even the experience that goes along with doing investment, that being in real estate, stocks, Bitcoin, don't give a damn. People want the money side of it, but they don't want to spend the actual time it takes to learn certain things.
Think about
you know, oh hell no, they don't want to do that kind of stuff. Not whatsoever ever. And I think that's one of the unfortunate aspects of, you know, we're in this cash-free society where everybody wants stuff easy. Nobody wanted to have no kind of delayed gratification. Everybody want what they want right now. And you can't do nothing about that. And, we start talking about some of those adjustments that the market create. One of the first things is, again, we start talking about the costs go up from an operations standpoint, that being your payroll increase, would be increase of the products and services. Mm-hmm. Are you ready for that $15 checker burger?
Yeah.
$20 Big Macs.
Right.
You think rent high now.
Right.
You think rent high.
Right.
Shit, let them have to pay that girl in the front office more money. Huh?
Go up.
You think?
Right.
Because she got a bump? Because see, minimum wage, understand this, everybody. When minimum wage goes up, all wages go up.
True.
So it ain't going to be like they make it, everybody pay going up.
Right, because I can't be here 20 years and they've been here 20 months and they make it the same as me.
Yeah, because if I'm already making 15,
right,
and you making 7,
right,
and they just decide to make you more, you better bump my damn 15 up. So everybody's going up.
I need to be at 20, 22.
Right.
Right.
So, okay, so the girl in the front office pay went up.
Mm-hmm.
The folks at the utility company pay went up. Mm-hmm. The folks at the insurance company that's writing the insurance policy for this, they pay went up.
Right.
Everything adjusts and increases. Mm-hmm. And that goes all the way down to the end consumer. Now your rent done went up. Mm-hmm. Now your food done went up. Now your clothes prices went up. Mm-hmm. There will be an adjustment and correction. Right. Be prepared, right? Then you look at what we just talked about. Shannon just mentioned the robots going down in BJ's. There will be a reduction in workforce.
Most definitely. That's always first, right? We talk about payroll, but when the company does their payroll is, they say, like when I manage shopping centers, they say, y'all are on the expense side of things. We are, and y'all property managers are on the expense side of things. They let us know that right off the bat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you ain't making us no money.
Right.
You just maintain shit.
So that's on the expense side of things. Expenses are always reduced. Always.
The worst thing people can feel is that their job need them.
Right.
That's the worst damn thing you can feel your job needs you. Your job might be cool with you and they might appreciate you, but you can't feel like they need you. Right. Just like you can't feel like your man, can't feel like your woman needs you. They may like you, but they don't need you.
Right. Right.
And it's a big difference. And I think when we start looking at a reduction of workforce, what we seen with the pandemic when it first started, even a couple years before that, advent of Zoom and all that other stuff, people found that they could do, mathematically, downsize from 5 to 3 employees, pay them 3 a little bit more money, but they save so much to get rid of them 2 people. Right? Right. And that's what people got to be prepared for. So now I might go from 3 to 2, get them 2 a little bit more money, but now in a matter of a couple years, I got rid of 3. Right. And that could be just astronomical to the bottom line of a company. It is what it is. Right. Because a person sit there and say, well, man, you're going to work the hell out of me. You got to give me some more money. I bet. Right. We're going to get rid of him. We're going to give you some more money. Right. The more money they give you, they going to give you his salary. But they going to give you no money when you feel pretty good. Right. But they'll cut out a couple bodies.
Now you're doing his job, too.
Shit happen all the damn time.
You got more money. But now you got to do his job too.
Exactly.
You don't know you doing. They gradually piling it on you. Gradually.
Happens all the time. Again, that's that gradual reduction of a workforce. And another thing, you got to understand, we were just talking about just the purchasing those actual, equipments, those one-time with the robot arms, the robots going down the hall. You forcing the owners to make those capital investments. You're forcing them to put all that money in research and development and figure out, okay, what do we need to do? Right. What do we need to do? Now they got a machine, like when at the airport, where you had all those companies in the 90s, had all them ticket booths. Now you got about 30, 40 kiosk machines. Right. Come on now.
Yeah. You just go to keep self-serve.
Look, we go to the bank now, and you go drive through, it's full of damn ATM machines. They did every damn thing a teller did. Look how far we've come along, guys.
And they make it think it's for your convenience.
Yeah, there you go. Technology do one thing. What's that, Lab? Take jobs.
Take jobs.
That's all it do. When you forcing their hand, you sitting there forcing them to sit here and put that capital investment into that R&D or research and development and make sure they get products or inventions and things out there that can do the most what other people can do.
I was thinking about the whole sweeper going around in BJ's, mopping up the floor and stuff. People don't realize, like when that rumor came out, that was just a test. to see if they can get a thing to go hit the wall and go around. Now they got it. They got it perfected. Now they doing it in BJ's. They finna do it at Walmart real soon. It's gonna happen.
All they complaining, you'll be in a situation where you wish you could have damn did the shit.
Right.
And that's how a lot of people are. They so adamant on we need this living wage. And again, I'm not against the living wage. I'm finna bring everything full circle for everybody. We start talking about the amount of money, but those are some of the things that are gonna come along with it. So now, guys, where we at? I'm finna give you my views on the living wage, but I think everybody need to be kind of circling back in regards to that. You got anything, Lab? Again, tonight's show we're discussing why do we need a living wage. Having a discussion in regards to, a lot of people are very adamant about raising the minimum wage up to $15 an hour. And I just want to have an open discussion with everybody in regards to, what do we need, what we don't need, why do you feel the way, why you don't feel that certain way. We're streaming live on both my Facebook, both my YouTube channels. Change the Live hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton, and also Mr. Short Dollar. Right now we're streaming on YouTube for both channels, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Now, again, we're gonna go to my views, and I said again, I'm gonna start this off. Mm-hmm. I believe everybody deserves a fair wage.
Okay.
But fair is what I call one of them gray words. What the hell is fair?
Right.
Fair to me, maybe bullshit to you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
People come to me all the time, what you charge for taxes? Man, minimum $350. Right. Oh, that's whoa.
But that's fair to you. Right?
I had a guy I knew that Lab. I had a guy I know. I did his taxes. He's a friend of mine. Cool. He ain't spoke to me in a minute. But it was at least a $3,000 job. Mm-hmm. And did $700.
Right.
Total. He went ballistic.
$700.
Too much money.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
He paid me, ain't never,
Right.
I ain't tripped. I say this to say I know my value.
Right.
I would give him the super homeboy discount.
Right.
Just he didn't feel it was that.
Mm.
So again, I'm thinking I'm being super fair. He think I'm BSing.
Right.
And a lot of times people feel certain ways like that, what they feel about their money. Mm-hmm. They feel like they should get more money, should be awarded. And like I'm a firm believer. The market dictates that.
Right.
Now, what do I mean by the market dictates it? Now, you stand in middle Georgia, which is mostly rural, and you have a skill set that is not appreciated in the market of middle Georgia, you're not going to be compensated for it.
Right.
You may have to relocate and move.
Okay.
But your feelings is that I should get paid this because I got this kind of training, this kind of experience. But the market there would not pay you that.
Okay.
Off location.
Okay.
You got to have enough damn sense to understand that I'm not going to be compensated and appreciated my value
right.
where I'm located at.
Especially in smaller markets.
Yeah, smaller market, rural, unappreciated, however you want to look at it.
Right.
But it's, at the end of the day, the market dictates what you're worth.
Okay.
Period.
That's it.
It ain't no way around that. Mm-hmm. We can go over all this other kind of stuff because you feel if people felt that you were worth more than what they're giving you, they would give it to you.
That's true.
They might lowball you here, there, and there, but they ain't gonna lowball you got competitors.
True.
So if you sitting there trying to argue with somebody don't value you, it ain't gonna go nowhere.
Well, not worth your time.
Ain't going nowhere. And my advice is, what most people need to do is, what they don't do, take advantage of the opportunity to be more competitive. Mm-hmm. Take your ass, go get your trade. Go to certification. Go get other skill sets. Get other experiences. People say, well, education ain't everything, this, that, and that. Guys, understand this very clearly. Education is not just a college degree. Right. Education is not necessarily a certification or whatever. And education can just be straight experience. Education just being acquiring some kind of knowledge. Mm-hmm. Theoretically, we want to make sure that it can help advance you further along. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people just so content with what they do and think it's going to go on forever.
Right.
And the shit just don't work that way.
Don't work that way.
And unfortunately, people get caught up in situations where time and technology and everything passes them by. Mm. And they become totally damn obsolete.
Okay. So, I'm your employee. I'm coming to you. Hey, Mr. Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you pay me 10, but you know I be here on time. I do everything you ask me to do. You know, I really need 13. What you gonna tell me?
I get a 13 if it fit in that the model.
Okay.
That's why jobs always have from the range is from 7 to 15. So I guarantee you if it fit in there.
Okay.
But if the range is 7 to 12,
Okay.
no,
Okay. Okay.
I take it 12.
Right.
You know, or if the range is 7.
So you think they already know the price? They already know what they're gonna give you when you come in there. Most of the time.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Person might, you know what? And the sad part about it, like I just told you, I come to you if I know you doing well, you making me money. I'm gonna come to you. Some folks ain't gonna say a damn thing unless you ask for it. You be sitting there like, it's just like that girl. Can I go? You know, you be like, man, she pretty. She pretty. Can you go on a date? And she cool.
Right.
You just never asked.
Right.
They're not gonna be forward thinking or whatever. You just get your ass. But always remember, guys, what you believe and what they believe be totally different.
Right.
So you go in there, you got that whole speech. Your wife done hyped you up all night long about going to his office and telling him,
"What's up?
Be prepared."
Right.
For him to say, "No, I don't think you deserve it."
Right.
And you turn around and get mad and quit.
Now you ain't got no money.
A week for criminal.
When they not hiring. Because they let all the holiday folks go.
Lad, don't shit happen every year.
Every year.
Every year. And people just ain't prepared for it. And I just want to lastly kind of round it out. Is everyone ready for their economic adjustment? We start talking about going to this living wage and stuff like that. Are we prepared for the fallout that's going to come along with it? The increase of prices, the actual increase of all the things that are going to come along with it. Is everybody prepared for that? So I just want to I'm glad we had that discussion tonight. We're talking about do we need the living wage? Was anybody have any questions or comments or anything like that?
No more questions or comments right now.
So what?
No more right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys. Again, I open the floor up. Anybody in the comments, anything outside of that? If you don't, feel free to reach out to us and everything. But I really enjoy having the discussion tonight in regards to do we need a living wage. Again, we stream live tonight on Change Live, hosted by yours truly, Deontay Burton, where we talk about personal development, professional development, parenting, family, all that great information. And also, Mr. Short Dog, where we talk about personal development, personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Make sure you go to both YouTube channels, subscribe to both, all the different platforms we streaming on tonight. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you reach out to me if you have any further comments or questions. Love you guys. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next week. And 103 people came in on the